We are back after a week-long sabbatical. My daughter went and graduated high school, and it just caused a lot of chaos around the house. So we took a week off, and today, here on Travel Secrets with TVs Dave Galvan, we're going to talk about hidden secrets of traveling during peak season. So peak travel season is when everyone seems to have the exact same idea that you have at the exact same time. Whether it's summer vacations, Christmas travel, spring break, whatever. Airports just become filled, hotels fill up, prices skyrocket, and patience becomes very rare. Now, here's the thing. While most travelers struggle through peak season, experienced travelers, we know a few secrets that can make things a little smoother and even a little bit more enjoyable. So today, I'm going to pull the curtain back a little bit, and we're going to talk about those hidden secrets. Most travelers think in broad terms. They think summer's crowded, they think Christmas is crowded, they think Europe is crowded in July, and while that's generally true, the reality is just a bit more nuanced than that. For example, many destinations will experience many peaks and many lulls within that busy season. A beach destination might be packed on the weekends, but surprisingly manageable during the weekdays. A popular city might be overflowing with tourists during the first 2 weeks of August, but noticeably calmer during the last week of the month. So savvy travelers look beyond the season and kind of look at specific dates. Sometimes shifting your trip by just 3 or 4 days can save you hundreds of dollars and dramatically reduce crowds, which of course will reduce your stress, which is the whole point of vacation anyway. So early morning is going to be your best friend. Most tourists operate on vacation time. They're going to sleep in, they're going to have a leisurely breakfast, head out at about 10 or 11 in the morning, and that means many attractions are busiest exactly when most visitors arrive. So if you want a secret, generally speaking, you're going to get up early, you're going to get up really early, and the difference is going to be astonishing. You'll often find famous attractions are nearly empty. Photographs look better, temperatures are cooler, lines are shorter, and the overall experience feels more authentic. Many travelers spend thousands of dollars trying to escape crowds when simply waking up earlier would just accomplish the same thing. The next one is airport chaos, and it can be predictable. Most people think that airports just become chaotic randomly. They don't. Peak travel periods are going to create predictable patterns. The busiest airport hours are usually the morning and late afternoon. The busiest travel days are often Fridays, Sundays, and the days immediately before and after a major holiday. Experienced travelers know a Tuesday morning flight can feel completely different than a Friday afternoon flight, even during peak season. If you have flexibility, use it. You may save money and avoid stress at the same time. Now, according to Lyft, Lyft, the car rideshare company, Portland International Airport is busiest between 6 p.m. and about 9 p.m. every single night. For whatever reason, that's when more people are passing through the airport. Just so happens to be that way. The most popular hotel isn't always the best choice. When people travel during peak season, they often chase the famous hotel names. This is very, very popular in Las Vegas. So that's what everyone's doing. The result is higher prices, longer lines to check in, crowded pools, packed restaurants. Meanwhile, smaller boutique properties nearby will often offer a better service and more relaxing experience. The hidden secret is the location does matter more than brand recognition. A lesser-known hotel a few blocks away from tourist center can completely transform your vacation. Tourist attractions have crowd cycles. Now, most visitors assume attractions will stay busy all day. That's not true. Many attractions have predictable crowd waves. Tour groups arrive at certain times. Cruise passengers flood attractions during specific hours. Day trippers typically arrive after breakfast and leave before dinner. If you understand these patterns, you can often enjoy the same attraction with far fewer people around. Researching crowd trends before your trip can make a huge difference. Restaurants near tourist sites are usually the worst value. This is one of my favorite travel secrets, okay? During peak season, restaurants directly besides major attractions often depend on one-time visitors. They know you're not going to return. That doesn't always encourage excellence. Walk a few blocks away, deeper into the city. Prices are usually going to drop. Quality often improves. Atmosphere becomes more authentic. There's locals returning. Menus become more interesting. And sometimes the best meal of your vacation is hiding 5 minutes away from the busiest tourist area. Peak season creates upgrade opportunities. Now that sounds backwards, but just kind of hear me out on this. While economy seats often sell out during busy travel periods, premium cabins sometimes become upgrade opportunities. Hotels occasionally offer discounted upgrades when trying to maximize their revenue. Cruise lines will promote cabin upgrades a week before the departure. I get emails all the time for every cruise I'm on because there's a balcony room or a suite and they're going to let you bid on it. Airlines will offer bids as well. Travelers who monitor these opportunities carefully can occasionally enjoy luxury experiences for surprisingly reasonable prices. Weather isn't always what you expect. Many travelers automatically assume peak season equals perfect weather, and that's not necessarily true. Peak season is generally determined by school schedules, traditions, vacation habits, but not weather. Some destinations are actually more comfortable during the winter seasons. Others experience intense heat precisely when the visitors' numbers are the highest. Research actual climate conditions rather than relying on your assumptions. A quick Google search will fix a lot of these questions. You may discover that the most popular time to visit isn't necessarily the best time to visit. All right, here's one that people don't consider. Popular doesn't mean best. Travel marketing is powerful. Social media is powerful. As a result, thousands of travelers often concentrate on the same location. Okay? Everybody wants to get that same photo. Everyone visits the same landmarks. Everyone follows the same itinerary. But some of the most memorable travel experiences happen outside the obvious destinations. Instead of following the crowd, look for nearby alternatives. Neighboring towns, a smaller beach, a less famous museum, a local market. Sometimes the best travel memories come from places that never appear on the cover of a guidebook. Okay, next is planning matters more during peak season. So during slow travel periods, you can sometimes be more spontaneous. During peak season, spontaneity can become expensive. Hotels sell out, tours reach capacity, flights become limited, restaurant reservations disappear, and so forth. The earlier you book, the more options you generally have, and the more options almost always means better value. Here's one nobody considers. Travel insurance becomes more important. Busy travel periods mean more people are traveling. More travelers mean more delays. More weather disruptions, more lost luggage. Nobody likes thinking about those worst case scenarios, but peak season increases the odds of travel interruptions. Protecting your major investment, like your vacation, can provide a peace of mind when things don't go according to plan, or if something physically happens to you. As I've mentioned before, I have a heart problem. There's a pacemaker right here. I can feel it with my fingers. I also got the diabetes. So whenever I leave America, I always get travel insurance. Why? Because if something happens to me, my health insurance doesn't work outside of the country. It's that simple. Flexibility is a superpower. The single biggest advantage during peak season isn't money, it's flexibility. Flexible dates, flexible airports, flexible destinations, and so forth. Travelers with flexibility often uncover incredible details and better experiences. Those locked into specific dates and locations usually pay premium prices. The more flexibility you have, the more opportunities you create. So what's the biggest hidden secret of traveling during peak season? It's understanding that most travelers follow predictable patterns. They travel on the same days. My cat meows. What is the biggest hidden secret of traveling during peak season? It's understanding that most travelers follow predictable patterns. They travel on the same days, they visit the same attractions, eat at the same restaurants, stay at the same hotels, and experience the same frustrations. The travelers who have the best peak season vacations are often the ones who think differently. They wake up earlier, they research more carefully, and they stay flexible. Look beyond the obvious and understand that sometimes a small adjustment can make a massive difference. Peak season doesn't have to mean crowded, stressful, and expensive. When you know the hidden secrets, it can still be an amazing time to explore the world. Well, thank you for joining me today on Travel Secrets with TVs Dave Galvan. Look, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share. And come back next time as we uncover more hidden truths and travel secrets from around the globe. All right, we'll see you Thursday.